Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Nerdy Psychologist Book Club. I'm Brandi Hawk, a clinical psychologist and proud book nerd.
And I'm Deanna Boys, a psychology expert and also a proud book nerd.
Let's talk about your favorite heroes and villains, why they do what they do, and what that means for us. Welcome to the club. As a reminder, everybody, each month we're going to read a book, and each week we'll talk about a different character or concept within that book. So, Deanna, what book are we reading today?
We are reading The Rose Bargain, and in this fairy fantasy English world, it's supposed to be in England.
It's England, yeah.
We follow Ivy Benton, who's the main character, who is coming of age, and her sister Lydia, also a little bit. We follow her a little bit, right?
A little bit.
And then she is kind of the younger sister that's tasked with having to go be, what's the, like, not cotillion, what's the word? Like, coming out.
Mm-hmm.
She has to go and make her bargain to the queen, because in this world you have to pretty much, to survive, you need to make a bargain with the queen, and only girls can do it during their coming out season, right?
Boys can do it anytime they want to.
Boys can do it anytime. And a lot of the girls go and make bargains for, I want prettier hair, or I want a talent of some sort that will make me a mate. And Ivy goes to this coming out season, and she has to try to what's it called, like, compete with other girls in this competition to try to win the heart of the prince.
Oh, heart or the hand.
Yeah, really not the heart. Yeah,
but his hand.
But
does she win his heart?
No, because there's another one, Emmett, the brother. I know I'm like so dramatic, but like,
I love it.
They're not actually blood related.
No,
but the other prince.
Mm-hmm.
Who's not related to the queen at all either.
No.
Except for by marriage. Anyway, she falls in love with him, but she can never marry him.
Because she has to win Bram's hand.
Exactly. Yeah. So we follow her story. But yeah, so we talked about
the girls. We talked about
time.
Ivy. Can I have my book back?
Yeah, you can have your book back.
Thank you so much.
I was going to read it, and I was like, you know what? I can do this off the cuff. Thanks.
But today, with the fairy wine, we're talking about Bram. Okay. So we talked all about the girls, and we sort of like hinted at the boys, but I want to get into it. So with Bram, he is a fairy.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes from this fairy world and just shows up in England, and everyone's like, yep, cool, he's 14. Of course he is.
He showed up as 14, and everyone assumed he was 14.
Everyone assumed. They're like, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
And they just go along with him, and everyone loves him, and Ivy loves him from the beginning. Turns out, huge spoilers, he's horrible.
Yeah. Which we don't know the entire time.
The entire time we don't know.
And honestly, I may have been living in a fantasy world, but I was like, what's wrong with this one? You know, like I just kept reading and going, well, I don't know, he's not that bad.
Yeah, he seems great and wonderful. And there's a reason for that. And I want to talk about that today. I call it the pretty people bias.
I think a lot of people call it the pretty people bias, yeah.
The technical name for it is twofold. So it is part of the halo effect.
Okay.
Which is a cognitive psychology term that says our brains want to make life easy for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they pick up on one attribute of a person, we make assumptions about all of their other attributes based on that one thing.
This is interesting.
And so the halo effect is for the positive. So there's one good thing about this person. And so we assume everything about them is good.
Pretty people are obviously most moral and best.
Exactly.
in the story, yeah.
So the attractiveness bias is sort of like a sub bias to the halo effect, which is the pretty people bias, that when someone is pretty or attractive, we assume that they are also smart, that they are also kind, that they are also good with money, that they are also a good friend. Like, we assume all of these positives about them just by how they look.
Oh, yeah, I did actually know about this. I'm acting a little bit silly, but like, no.
So
this is a pretty common thing that we're dealing with, just like in general with like celebrities and like, and just like the popular kids at school when you're growing up, you're like, oh yeah, well they're so pretty. They're probably like super nice too.
Mm-hmm.
But when you were growing up, did you also, like, when you met someone who was really pretty and they were actually also nice? Was that actually surprising to you? Because sometimes it was surprising to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It's fascinating that like our experience doesn't always help us here.
I mean, I think more so when they're a peer, though.
Oh, okay. That's a good point.
Because there's competition, right? So when you think that you're actually kind of in competition with someone, then maybe your brain is like, oh, they're pretty, so they're more competition for me. And so you like make these assumptions about them.
Oh, especially in high school.
Especially in high school.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point.
But in general, when you see someone that you're not in competition with who is attractive,
well, why can't they just be pretty and smart and fun and kind?
you just assume. You just assume that they're all of these things.
Yeah. Yeah. That's celebrities is the first thing that comes to mind when I think about this. Especially the parasocial relationships that we have now where we can access them so easily with social media. I mean, I love it. And they are my friends. Duh.
Absolutely. Duh.
And I want to think of them as smart people, but they're not. Or kind or whatever. Kind,
moral, right? It's interesting how upset we get, myself included.
Oh my God, so upset.
When a famous person who is very attractive turns out to be a douche, right?
Yeah.
Turns out to have sexually assaulted multiple people. Turns out to have done
another layer in there.
a million terrible things. And we're like, no way, it couldn't possibly be true. They're so talented. They're so pretty. How could they do that?
And you find people continuing to spread the narrative that they could never do this.
Absolutely.
And not believing that they could ever be a bad person.
Yeah.
And I don't ever think that people are good and bad inherently. People have good and bad in them.
Absolutely.
So when I say good bad person, I mean like
a person who made a really, really bad choice.
Yeah.
And should not be trusted.
Like Bram.
Exactly. So can I point out some places that this shows up?
Please do. Please do.
Okay. So in the very first moment that we meet Bram, this is Ivy. Bram comes out. She says, like his mother, he is inhumanly beautiful. Broad shoulders, a wide smile, a mop of wavy brown hair run through with rays of gold bleached by sunlight. His gray eyes glint like steel.
Oh.
But there's...
I've blocked this all out.
But there's something about him that feels more tangible than his mother, like he's of this world and not floating above it. Maybe it's the dip of the dimple under his left cheek and the way he doesn't have a matching one on the right.
Oh my God.
Oh, he's so handsome.
Glinting steel or whatever the heck you said.
Oh, it's so good. But you see immediately this belief that he's not really a fairy.
Oh, yeah.
And this is a
celebrities
constant
are just
theme.
like us.
He's just like us. They're just like us. Right? Like he looks so much more normal. Like I forget about the fact that he's a fairy. I forget about the fact that he's otherworldly because he's so beautiful and he's so right here with me.
Yeah. And it's not just women and men. Like,
no, for sure not.
Because like Emmett also I think Emmett has some other things. His brother Emmett has some other things woven in there because he didn't have his dad anymore and his mom was a crazy woman. And he only had Bram to look to.
Right.
But he talks about him as this god too.
The most wonderful person ever. He's so kind. He's so loving.
And he's so deserving of the throne.
Mm-hmm. And all of England bought into this too. I mean, what we find out at the end is that Bram is over 1,000 years old. But when he arrived, they presented him to the world as 14. And they just said, time works different in the fairy world.
Fine.
So what feels like 400 years to us was just 14 for him. So he's young and naive and just a little boy coming and being here with his mom.
Yeah.
Which is a lie.
Yeah. Whole time.
Liars. But England just believes it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's described is people were confused And then he had this beautiful smile that everyone fell in love with.
With the one dimple. Did you grow up with the boy with the one dimple? Because I did.
I did not. Tell me more.
Oh my God. He was the boy next door with the one dimple. And then there was the other boy with the two dimples.
Okay, you like dimples. Understood.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. Because it's like, it's an imperfection that marks your face as unique and yet still cute. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have two dimples, you're a little bit too cutesy.
Yeah, but one dimple,
you're like devil may care. Yeah.
Which a dimple literally has no effect on your personality.
Do you have a dimple? I think you have a dimple right there.
Do I?
I think you do.
Sure. We can say I do.
You're so cute. Look at your little dimples.
I definitely don't have a dimple, but thank you.
Yeah, that's funny. Sorry. I derailed this. What we're
I love the derailment. No, but just talking about how easy it is to be susceptible. You were bringing up, it's not just boys and girls, right?
Or not just girls to boys. It's boys to boys.
It's also girls to girls and boys to boys. It's just an assumption that if someone is pretty, they are good.
Yeah.
And can I bring up, so when I was in college, I took a few classes that I absolutely loved. One of them was Russian fairy tales.
Oh, I feel like that's what, okay, continue.
And one of them was fantasy and romance and children's literature. So I took these super, super fun lit classes.
Yeah.
And I think that part of why we have this bias is because we teach it to kids in fairy tales.
In fairy tales, yeah, that makes sense.
Think about Cinderella. Cinderella is beautiful and kind, and her stepsisters are ugly.
They were the ugly stepsisters.
It is just apparent. It's so clear whenever you go and read fairy tales that the good people in the story are beautiful and usually thin. And the bad people in the story are ugly
fat,
and often fat. Witches have weird things going on. But there's a clear distinction, and we are taught from the earliest ages that pretty means good and ugly means bad.
It's funny you keep touching on these things that, like, if I go down one path, it leads me down like towards, oh, well, there's also a piece of, you know, white supremacy over here. Or, oh, if I go down this path, it's a little bit of this other issue that we have to deal with. Because I'm like, oh, yeah, Cinderella did have the ugly stepsisters. Who else? So trying to think of all the other ones that I could think of. Oh, what was your princess when you were growing up?
Jasmine.
Oh, I loved
Jasmine. She was my favorite.
Reason, I got Snow White vibes from you. Maybe it's just because how you're sitting.
Because of what I'm wearing. Yeah. Oh, do you want to talk about what we're wearing?
Yeah. Yeah. So, Dr. Hawk over here.
It's my fault. I'm so sorry, but also not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
No, we like to dress up in general. We'll go like, hey, do you want to go to this fun thing where you have to dress up? Yes, please.
Yes,
immediately.
Obviously.
Yeah. And so when you presented the book as Bridgerton meets The Bachelor, you're like, and then we're dressing up.
And we're dressing up.
And I was like, okay, well, it's not my favorite era of clothes. I do have something. So I found this to kind of get to the Regency era, although I think I would have it's kind of there.
Yeah.
Like a pure waist or what do people say? I don't know.
You got it. You're close.
It's floral.
It's fun.
The book's called Rose Bargain, y'all. I did what I could.
Roses.
And my hair's pink. I'm a rose.
You are a rose.
I'm a rose.
You're a rose. And I'm also wearing flowers and fun. We all have poofy sleeves.
Poofy sleeves, like, yeah. That's the Regency.
That's
poofy
very
sleeves,
Regency. Yeah.
Poofy.
Yeah. Yeah. All those things.
Yeah. Yeah. And you look very cute. But yeah, so that's why we're all dressed up.
Yes. All dressed up to talk about Bram and how handsome he is. But to your point about pretty people also being potentially bad is we also have the queen from Snow White, right? Who was the most beautiful person in the land until Snow White, who was beautiful and kind, came to replace her.
How dare she?
But still, like, the main character is always beautiful. It is always one of their defining attributes.
Yeah.
That they are beautiful.
Yeah. Have you been a victim? No, I'm kidding. Have you ever Do you think that you have benefited from, you are a pretty person.
Oh, thanks.
I think you're very pretty.
I think you're very pretty.
Oh, thanks. I know I have benefited from pretty privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I can absolutely tell you, like, it is in the eye of the beholder, and I don't have the golden ratio face or whatever the heck people think. But I absolutely know that, like, me as a petite white woman with a big blue eyes and an open face, I have absolutely benefited from being perceived as pretty.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that one of the times that it stands out to me most is actually in my professional career when I was doing evaluations. And I would do court-ordered evaluations, and people came in and assumed that I was dumb. And
you got it the other way.
And didn't know what I was talking about.
I guess I had to.
Right? Because they came in adversarial, totally understandable, right? I am there literally judging them. That was my job.
I would not really, I would love to have you as my therapist, but if you were evaluating me, it would be very intimidating if you don't know her. She's amazing.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're an amazing, you get to the little crux of the matter. Yeah.
But these people would come in and they're like, oh, I can pull anything over on her. She doesn't know what she's doing.
You also have big blue eyes.
I have big blue eyes. I have always looked younger than my age. I no longer look younger than my age, but that's fine.
Don't anybody tell her otherwise. Tell her otherwise, I mean.
Right?
Yeah.
What are you saying,
Sorry,
Deanna?
I meant to say the other way. Sorry. Don't be telling her that she doesn't look young.
It's fine. I looked very young. I looked like a teenager doing their evaluations.
You did.
I did.
I remember meeting you, yeah. But I mean, I do too, so.
It's fine. I don't look like a teenager anymore, but I definitely did at that time in my life.
Yeah.
They would come in and they're like, oh yeah, this and this. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, tell me more. And then I would come in the next time and be like, so you told me this, but I also heard this, and that doesn't match up. And they would be so caught off guard because I wasn't meeting their expectation.
Of being, this is the kind-hearted.
Back to Bram.
Yeah.
And his fairiness.
I don't know if you can tell, like, I don't like talking about him very much because he kind of sucks.
So can I talk about why, like, when we find out that he sucks?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so
which is like at the very end, y'all.
At the very, very end.
This is big spoilers.
So pretty people bias. We assume all these positive things about people. What is it about Ivy that finally gets her to see Bram differently? Do you remember?
Ooh. Is when they got married or something?
It is on their wedding day, but why?
Did his ears like pop out or something?
Yes, exactly.
Like, little elfish ears, or not elfish, what are they? Fairy? Fae?
Yeah. Fairy. Fae ears.
Fae ears.
So on page 351, she says, the pointed tips of his ears poke through his unruly waves, and he's never looked less human. But he's beaming. He's staring at me like he loves me. I am lucky. I keep reminding myself to have this, to have him. Why then do my eyes keep landing on his brother?
Oh, yeah. Oh, other spoiler, y'all. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we talked about the bargains last time with the other ladies. And I think we did. I don't know if we talked about
Ivy's bargain as well.
Okay, we did. So Ivy's bargain was eventually at the end, she first rejected it and then eventually decided after she had fallen in love with Emmett, which there was a cabin scene.
Oh, so good.
I loved it. And yeah, so then they get to the end and she's like, but I have to marry Bram. It's the only way my family will ever be okay, which is kind of like
she has to save the entirety of England.
And also, and that was the bond between her and Emmett was like saving England.
Yeah.
And if we get Emmett on the throne or Bram on the throne, listen to me, I'm already
get Ivy on the throne actually is what saves England, because then she'll be twice crowned.
Yes, exactly. Yes. The bargain. But she makes a bargain with the queen right before she gets engaged to have all of her memories of Emmett taken.
Yeah.
And then she loses a molar.
Yeah. Which was hilarious.
It's hilarious. And like his mom was like, I just figured her punishment was hard enough or whatever. Like,
right.
Rude.
What she wanted was punishment enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she forgets Emmett, but deep in her soul, she loves him. She can't forget that.
Can't forget love.
And that is what helps her see Bram as he truly is.
Right? Oh, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah.
It's only when we like actually get to know somebody or we find someone else that we love more that we're able to
Ooh.
sort of distance our eyes from the pretty factor.
Oh.
Has it ever happened to you that you thought someone was so beautiful and then they did something or something else happened that you were like, oh, I no longer think that you're that beautiful?
Celebrities are like the biggest one that come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm going back to Dimple Boy.
Oh, yeah. Dimple Boy.
Dimple Boy, when I was a kid. And like, I finally okay. No one knows about my childhood. No, I'm kidding. I'm like, don't be talking to whoever this is. If you know me,
don't tell Dimple Boy.
Don't tell Dimple Boy. Because he's still around. But he was like, everybody was like, oh my God, he's so cute. He's so hot. So blah, blah, blah. And then like, we were sneaking out of my window when I'm not saying what age, because then you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anyway, sneaking out of my window, and and then he was like, trying to, fill me up and stuff like that. And I got in trouble for sneaking out. like, boo! I got real big in trouble. Yeah, and like his response and his reaction, because I thought we were like cute and cool and stuff, and then he kind of like brushed me off or whatever afterwards. And I was like, oh, you're not actually a cool person. Like, you didn't like care for me, and like, you're just a dumb boy who's not that cute anyway. And anyone who likes him,
that cute.
And he wasn't that cute.
So that's like the reverse halo effect. It's called the horn effect, actually. Halos. Horns.
It's a great Dolly Parton song.
So I love that. The horn effect, right, is that once there's some attribute about someone that you see as negative, you see the rest of them as negative as well. And so once this boy showed you his true colors, that actually made him less pretty in your eyes, because your brain said, oh, this other thing is more important. And it changed your whole perception about what he looks like and other parts of his personality as well.
Like people would still bring him up years later. And I was like, he was never that cute, y'all.
Dimple Boy, he just had a dimple.
Yeah. This is actually double Dimple Boy, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
One Dimple Boy also sucked, but for different reasons.
Okay, but double Dimple Boy, whatever. He just had
These
dimples.
are really good names
for a child.
He was a teenage boy.
That's hilarious.
Now you can narrow the age range if you know me.
No one do it.
I know. I don't think anyone's ever going to that.
I don't think they won't figure it out. But so that's what's happening for Ivy, right? She loves someone else. She doesn't even know that Bram's a horrible person yet.
Yeah, she just is like closer to him too.
Yeah.
He's a real human being.
He's become
real fairy.
Well, she's seeing that he's not a human being because she fell in love with a human being.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, he's different. But then at the very, very end, once she actually knows how horrible he is, and then he lets all the fairies into England.
Yeah.
Bad things are coming, people.
Yes.
Bad things are coming.
There's a second book, right?
Yeah. It just came out.
Oh, yeah. It just came out. We were just talking about this. Yeah.
I mean, when this episode is released, it will not have just come out. It will have come out a few months ago, but that's okay.
That is just came out in the book world.
Totally just came out. So on page 385, we hear she sees all the fairies. She says, they're laughing and dancing to the reel like this is all one big celebration. I'm astonished by how inhuman they look. Seeing them all together as a group, it is easier to register the overlong limbs, the eerily perfect faces, the pointed ears. I can't believe I ever thought Bram could pass as one of us. So you like mental flip-flops trying to get yourself back there.
Yeah. And was there ever there wasn't like a, what's it called? Spell on anybody.
No, there was no real spell. It was just beauty. Just beauty. Yeah. It was just the pretty people bias putting a spell over everyone. And she's finally able to see what's real. And also
throughout the whole book, they're like, well, fairies can't lie. So the queen can't lie. And that was a lie.
It was a lie.
It's a lie.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is where like the pretty people bias becomes especially problematic, is because when someone has that privilege of being a pretty person that you just intuitively trust, they can tell you things and you believe them, not because they're a trustworthy human or fairy, but because they are pretty, and so you assume they are trustworthy. So the queen said, fairies can't lie.
And everyone just believed her.
Everyone's like, oh, if she says they can't lie, then obviously they can't.
And then,
because otherwise, how could she have said that?
Yeah, exactly. How could she have said that if she can't lie? And then she told us she can't lie. Then she can't lie, obviously.
Obviously.
That totally makes sense. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're all just living in this world that was created by the pretty people.
Mm.
And
the world opens up for pretty people a lot more than it does for ugly people.
It does.
Yeah.
But so you told me, so you were going to talk about something that I have only heard of in periphery called looks maxing.
Oh, yeah.
So tell me more.
In like society, it's very clear that pretty people get better things. And just in general right now, there is a higher, I don't want to say bargain, but higher, like skinny is in again.
Yeah.
And like plastic surgery is at an all-time high and needing to look a certain way because then you get more, then you get this and you get that. And there's
doors open.
Yeah. More doors open to you. And it comes from like in what's it called? We talked about this in the prior episode, like in bad economic times. Like we're in a recession.
Absolutely.
If this is the first time you're hearing this, I'm so sorry, everyone.
It might not be labeled that yet,
but it is a recession and we're in poor economic times. And when those things happen, resources become scarce. And when resources become scarce, especially like this happened like I talked about this in the 2008 crash too.
Yeah.
We didn't have jobs as easily, like, like it was like, okay, better go back to school. That's all that's available to me and take out tons of loans. I digress. We're in a very similar place where young people have limited options.
Yeah.
There's just not much out there except for being an influencer or being a pretty person that gets things because you're pretty. And there's a thing called looks maxing, and I'm not an expert on it, so anyone can correct me.
Okay.
But it is a dumb term. It's such a dumb term, but it's this idea that you are doing the most. It's like a dumb, it's from teenage boys.
Oh.
And the one that I know of in particular is a teenage boy that was using a hammer to smash his jaw to make himself look better. And he was promoting it to other teenage boys to looks max.
Okay. As a therapist,
This is so concerning.
I feel like if you told me his name, I would have to this would be like a mandated reporter situation.
Yeah. This is concerning. This is like,
so not okay.
So not okay. Yeah. The term is funny to me, looks maxing. And the idea that you maximize anything, you have to maximize your looks.
Oh, I understand. So like the idea is put all of your attention and your effort into this.
To making yourself pretty and desirable. And therefore you'll get desirable partners. You'll be able to have that job that you need to whatever,
Yeah.
All the things that pretty people get because it's getting reinforced a lot.
But we're willing to do things that harm us in order to get there.
Yeah.
Which is kind of similar to the bargains, right?
Yeah.
Like we're willing to
she lost a molar so she could lose her.
And hers was the smallest of them.
Yeah.
Right? Like what are fingernails? Who cares?
It was the one that couldn't turn left or something.
Oh, Greer, right?
Greer. Yeah. The things we'll go through to get a piece of that pretty person privilege.
Right.
Because in general, also our eyes we're getting big here, but like COVID, pandemic, we all got in our house and now everything is in their phone.
Yeah.
And we scroll and our eyes are currency and that's how they keep us there. And pretty people get more attention on their videos than other
because you want to look at them for longer.
Yeah. Your eyes. And it's the cognitive bias that you're saying, the pretty people bias, the halo effect or whatever. And therefore you believe the things they're saying and you will buy the things they're saying because they're pretty.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
It's all connected. I am certainly not saying that it is bad to be pretty. I am certainly not saying that pretty people cannot be smart or wonderful.
There are a lot of pretty people who are smart and kind.
There's a lot of very, very pretty, very, very smart and kind people.
There's a lot of pretty people that are dumb, though.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that aren't traditionally pretty who are incredibly kind.
Yeah.
And who are incredibly smart and who deserve more than what they are getting.
Can I have a Doctor Who reference now?
Please.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So there's an episode, and it is, if anyone's asking, it's David Tennant episodes, and it's the first time we meet the River Song. Sorry. Anyway, there is a assistant that is just like a pretty girl in the thing, and this is a horror episode actually, where people
hate horror.
Yeah,
am I going to be able to sleep tonight, Deanna?
I'm not going to say the horror part, but basically all these they're exploring this abandoned library, basically.
Okay.
You'll love this, actually. Oh my God, you'll love this. This is perfect reference.
Am I?
The forest that was used to make the books for this library had a creature in it that ate souls, or that ate people.
Okay.
And they took their trees and made the books out of them.
Oh, so this creature is angry.
Yeah. And so they're just
It's
killing.
like the Lorax.
Oh yeah, but out for blood.
Okay.
Don't anyone ever make the Lorax out for blood, guys. That's gonna terrify me. But anyway, so the particular creature is going around and killing the characters, and what the library does to protect it is it uploads their consciousness into the library, so it saves them. They've been saved, so they don't die necessarily. They're sitting in their conscious is in a library.
Okay, understood.
The assistant, who's really pretty, had you're just dumb, just stay over there, be dumb and stay over there and just do what I ask kind of situation. She got uploaded incorrectly. And so her face got all smushed.
Oh no.
And she talks about, she's like, this was the best thing that ever happened to me because I actually saw truly how people act. When you are not the pretty privilege, you see how unkind people can be.
Yeah, because people are nicer to you when you're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
It's a long story to tell you that, but
I love that.
Love Doctor Who fan. And it's a library episode.
A library episode, a demon Lorax. I mean, what's not to
I know,
love?
what's not to like?
But if you think about this would have been a very different story if Bram wasn't beautiful.
Mm-hmm. It would be like, oh, we're sacked with the ugly one.
Right. She has to try to compete for this gross person. Of course she falls in love with him.
Oh, like the Mr. Collins.
You know? Stop it. Oh, Mr. Collins.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. These are excellent boiled potatoes. I love it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Can I just side? Okay.
I want to tell me more.
Okay. So here's the thing about fairies that annoys me.
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm ready.
So fairies are really, really old, right?
Yeah.
Bram is, we learn, over 1,000 years old.
She's not specific.
She says at 1,000 years, we stop counting.
Oh.
So he's real old.
Yeah.
This girl is 18 years old.
Right?
Why do we not notice this?
This is gross.
So he looks like he's 18. Who cares? He's over 1,000 years old.
Lived for that long.
That's gross.
That's gross. This is like in our society when old men date young women.
I mean,
like,
maybe if
do you have anything in common with this young child?
Right? Like, why? Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
But fairies don't age. I mean, this is just like a whole trope with this. Is, I love books. I love
don't
fantasy.
Get me wrong,
I love all the things, but come on.
Yeah.
We age normally through our first 18 years of life, and then we just stop.
He has to have some kind of magical thing that's making him look like that. Maybe we're going to find out in the second book.
Maybe.
Where he actually turns into a weird, decrepit creature.
Oh, right. Because that's the fun thing at the end of normal fairy stories is that
they shrivel up.
Turns out they're actually gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of Stardust. Makes me think of the witches that
oh, yes.
They're constantly trying to get the star to stay young.
Yep.
And then they shrivel up and die.
Yeah. But it's just like any fairy book. And you know,
true.
I read fairy books. I like fairies. They're
like
fine.
fairies.
I
do believe in fairies.
I'm not against fairies, but it's always some dissonance for me when I'm like, no? Like, why?
You're like,
why would a 1,000-year-old being
What do you have in common with this child?
be interested in this 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Like, why?
Because youth, because then you don't die. That's what it is. I mean, it makes you think about like when I'm out at a bar or I'm hanging out with different groups, mixed groups of people. I can, regardless of how someone looks, I can usually tell when they're a little bit younger than I am and they have a different frame of reference. Like, it's not bad or anything. I'm just like, oh, you don't know this reference because this was before you were born.
Yeah.
How would you even relate?
You can't relate.
You know what it is? Bram is just a mirror. He doesn't actually have a personality. He just reflects back what people want to.
Yeah, because he's using the bias. He knows that he has this bias and he's like, I'm going to use it to get everyone to trust me.
Yeah.
He smiles his little smile whenever he wants to.
Bring the fairies over and ruin everything.
Gross. So, moral of the story. Pretty people aren't bad.
No.
But don't assume that they are good just because they're pretty. Especially if they're not a human.
Yeah. Have you encountered many non-human?
No. But just
everyone,
case,
guys, if you encounter a non-human that's really pretty, something's wrong there.
This might be a problem. This usually doesn't end well.
This doesn't end well for anyone involved.
So
that's good.
Feels like a good place to spot.
Yeah. Well, this is fun.
This is fun.
If you made it all the way to the very end, yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Please tell your friends about us.
Mm-hmm.
Tell your nerds. Do you know any nerds? Tell them about us. Do they like books? Spread the word. If you want to support us, you can go to bookshop.org, right?
Yeah.
And we have our full season 1 and season 2 books up. And if you buy one, I think we get like a little like congrats. I don't know.
We do. We get a little congrats, but only if you use our link, which is below. So if you're listening or watching, please look below for the link. You can grab this book or you can grab our next book. Our next book is All Better Now by Neal Shusterman. This book is about COVID, but not COVID. It is a dystopian novel about the next COVID called Crown Royale, which when you recover from it, you are 100% content for the rest of your life. Feels like that would be a wonderful thing, but is it? And will the people who don't yet have Crown Royale let it succeed, or will they keep us in our current emotional states so that we buy more things?
Chickenpox parties for Crown Royale.
I mean, literally.
Yeah.
It's so real. It's going to be super fun. I can't wait to talk about it, but please go out and grab it. You can go to bookshop.org to grab the physical book. You can also go to libro.fm in our affiliate link below to get the audiobook if you'd rather listen. But we can't wait to hang out with you next month and talk about it. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.